Annabelle with TopKnot Latina. Thank you for watching. Thank you to my loyal subscribers, and if you're new, welcome. Be sure you sign up, you subscribe to my YouTube channel. It takes about 2 seconds. You don't want to miss out on upcoming product reviews, unboxing, video tutorials, and giveaways. I am always trying to do a giveaway for my followers. It's my way of giving back and saying thank you. And I personally love to enter contests. So this video is going to be just a little emotional. I have great news to share, and I'm already getting emotional. But I'm so excited. I announced it on Instagram a few weeks ago. I think it's been a week or maybe 2. But my husband and I are expecting a baby. So we feel so, blessed to be able to, get pregnant, and, I am 5 months pregnant. And so, it's been a journey for us. I'm sorry. It's been a journey. My husband and I have been married. It'll be 7 years this summer. And, when I graduated from high school, I had some health issues. It's called PCOS. I think they named it something else now. Polycystic ovarian syndrome. And I had, nobody knew what was going on with me. Everyone thought it was fine. And I was 19 years old, having hot flashes in the middle of the desert when it was cold winter. So it's like, December, 40, 50 degrees, sometimes 30. And I'm having hot flashes, and then I always had a pretty fair, clear skin. Started breaking out. I didn't have health insurance. I come from a family that are self-employed, and they've had struggles. So I didn't have health insurance, and I was waitressing and going to college, and I'm working several jobs. I started researching online, and I found out what an endocrinologist was. I scheduled an appointment. My doctor, my mom, people were like, you don't need to go, you're gonna waste your money. And I was like, let me waste my money so I can get a peace of mind, because something is wrong. And finally, up until a few days before, even my sister was like, and my mom were like, you know what, you're right, something is wrong. I went, and the specialist asked me about 30 questions, and the answer was yes to all of it. And that's when she told me I have to do lab tests to confirm, but I can tell you right now, I know for a fact, my gut feeling is that you have PCOS. And I'm like, what is that? So as we get into, the testing, they found that I had like so many cysts on my ovaries. I was already premenopausal, and I lost 22% bone mass. So it took several years for my hormones to normal out. And I was very anemic. They put me on bone medicine. I had osteopenia, which is a stage before osteoporosis. It was hard being 19 years old and feeling like I was living in a 60-year-old woman's body. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but at 19, you don't really want to feel that. I'm at my prime. They expressed concern to me about, infertility because it runs in with PCOS. They said I had been misdiagnosed by my doctors, by everybody else, because typically people with PCOS are obese, a lot bigger, but new studies at the time had shown that people that were really thin and have that. I also was insulin resistant, so I was eating nonstop, and I could not get full. So I had to get put on diabetic medication. It was just a lot, and I didn't have health insurance, and my family, they worked really hard, and this is a lot of money for somebody who doesn't have health insurance. We didn't have a community health center. I live in a very small town, or I lived in a very small town, West Texas, and I tried to put on programs, and it was hard because you have to, have a child in order to qualify for most of the programs. So, up until about 3 years ago, and I had to have surgery. Up until 3 years ago, my husband and I paid our, my debt off, which was a huge relief because it was such a hard time. I had, severe depression, from that. And you know, I had a lot of debt from all my medications, from all my labs, you know, thousands of dollars like every month. And it wasn't just for a few months, it was for several years. So, you know, as I started to get better, you know, I never thought that I was going to be able to have a baby. And they told me I would have some trouble. And they weren't 100% sure that I would be able to have a child because of everything that I had. And I had also endometriosis. They were able to laser most of it off. So, you know, as I went through college and, you know, I became a woman in, you know, in adulthood, I never thought, you know, I truly, you know, believed that I wouldn't be able to carry a child. And so I told myself, you know, give up on that and I'm going to just adopt. And, you know, when the time is right, whenever I want. Wasn't sure that I believed in marriage at the time. Little did I know that when I graduated from college, I would have met the love of my life. And of course, when I met him, you know, it was, I know people are like, oh, that's not true. But, you know, for us, it was love at first sight. And I'll have to tell you about how we met later. It's a whole other video. But I have all this snot everywhere. So we knew that we wanted to have children together, and, you know, I waited as much as I could because I wanted to make sure that we were established with our education and our careers, and we were able to travel and do things that we wanted. So we have been trying for about 3 years now, and lots of tests, and we finally had to go see a fertility specialist. And, you know, that was a huge step for us. That was it's so surreal. Like, you hear so much about it, but it's so different when you're going through it yourself. You know, it's so scary and kind of overwhelming, and you're excited at the same time, but you don't want to get too excited because you're not sure that, you know, you hear so many stories about people that try and it doesn't work and they try so many times, and, you know, just so many. And so it was, you know, it's hard to kind of clear our minds of that. And we both, you know, knew based on his test and my test, my history, that fertility was going to have to be the route. And it's expensive. You know, my heart really aches for those that want to be a mom and are ready to begin with, and if you have any difficulty. But it's also really, you know, it's hard financially because there's no like, let's try this time and okay, well, you get your money back, or we'll try again, and it's gonna cost you a lot of money. So, you know, we started the whole treatment, everything like that, and that's a whole story within itself because the side effects and the, you know, the mood swings were like crazy. But we got through all of it, and, you know, you know, the day of, when it was time to do the embryo transfer, which is the final step, you know, they asked me, do you want to do one or two? And I'm like, what do you mean? I have a choice? I thought you said I was going to do one. And so, you know, we had to decide, and twins run in my family, both on my mom and my dad's side. So I was like, oh my gosh, the odds are already in our favor. I don't know that I want to have twins. I'm like, oh, can we just have one? So we, you know, opted for one based on our, you know, doctors, our specialists' recommendations. They felt really strongly that it would work with one. And we were so blessed to find out that we did, and it worked, and became pregnant. But then the anxieties, you know, set in for me, and it was hard. Like, I was so excited about being pregnant, but it was so hard to just fully give in and of excitement and carefree and just know that everything's going to work out, when I was so terrified because we worked so hard, and something that I didn't think that would be attainable was. And, you know, it took it took months for my anxiety to reduce, and now it has some, but not as much as before. But we feel so blessed, you know, that I'm pregnant, and it really is exciting, wonderful news, you know, that we could have ever received. And our families have been, you know, amazing, and our friends, they've just all been extremely supportive. And this is something that we have wanted and have dreamt of being parents. And I can't wait to have our little child that we can raise and I could bring here on YouTube and we can make all these memories together. But I just wanted to do this video and I wanted to share our exciting news with all of you. And to thank you all for the support. You know, when we posted our announcement, when I posted it, you know, you're gonna have to check out in my video description, click on the link below and you'll see our pregnancy announcement. We went with something different, not the standard cookie cutter photo. We wanted to do something that captured both of our personalities. My husband and I are very opposite and alike in certain ways. I'm very outgoing. Sometimes I don't think twice before I speak, and there's no stranger to me. And my husband is more conservative, you know, and he lets only just a small circle of people in. And he is friendly, but you know, I could talk to any stranger and you would think that I've known them for years. And so we did a photo and it went over so well. Everyone loved it and we were so appreciative of that. Even to this day, I'm getting comments and direct messages and emails and texts, and there's so much, you know, we are touched by all the love and support that everyone has shown us for us sharing our news. And I thank you all, and I just wanted to share this with you that we're so happy. And I will be posting videos and I'm going to be sharing my, you know, pregnancy, how the stages moving forward, you know, my progress on my Instagram as well. So be sure you follow me. It's TopKnot Latina on Instagram and you'll see it in the video description below. Be sure, if you're not subscribed to my YouTube channel, it only takes 2 seconds, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much, and until next time, bye.